Hey guys, I got a new video for you today. And after I've posted my last EDC video, I got some emails and some questions regarding my keychain, specifically the key fob to my car. A lot of people remember me having a Dodge key fob. They noticed that I had a Fiat one. Now, a couple weeks ago, I picked up this car you see here in front of you. This is a Fiat 500L, the trekking model. Basically, I wanted something that was a little bit smaller, easier to park, better on gas, especially down here in South Florida. There's a lot of people down here. Traffic is pretty crazy. And, having a smaller car to get around and be able to find easier parking is always a plus. Now, the model you see here in front of you is in a hunter green color, and I, fell in love with the color as soon as I saw it. Now, I do want to, start the video by saying two things. The first one is I live pretty close to an airport. So you might get some background noise, especially some planes flying by, but I'll try and minimize that. The second one is this is the car that works for me. It might not work best for everybody, but I really enjoy some of the features on there, so I'll go ahead and share them with you. So let's take a little bit of a walk around the car itself. Again, it's a hunter green color, and you don't see a lot of cars on the street this color, which is one of the things that I liked also. But I've never owned a hunter green color car, so again, this is my first one, and I really do like it. Here's the back of it. And one of the first things that a lot of people ask is the size. This is a small car, even though it is the 4-door option of the Fiat line. But is it comfortable? Do you have enough room inside? And I can tell you this: I am 6'4", 215 pounds, and the key thing that I look for in a vehicle is headroom and just leg room all around. And this particular car offers plenty on both of those areas. A lot of leg room, a lot of headroom. It fits obviously 5 people very comfortably: the driver, the passenger, and 3 people in the back. And the trunk is big enough to fit pretty much what I need on a day-to-day basis. Now, I still do have my Dodge, so if I do need something a little bit bigger, I can go ahead and use that. But for the most part, this is the car that I use on a daily basis. Let me go ahead and open up the trunk so you guys can see inside. One of the things that I do like about this car is the fact that it has a lot of different spots for different things. So let's look in here. Right on the top here, because it is a hatchback, you have this this thing that comes down and covers whatever you have on the trunk itself. Then on this thing, I actually do keep a couple items, 2 sweaters and a first aid kit. And then in the back, there's an actual groove where you can put an umbrella, which I have there as well. The trunk, as I mentioned already, is pretty spacious. I mean, you could definitely fit, groceries, range bags, whatever it is that you might need. And it's got all these little compartments on the side here. So I have a couple ponchos, space blankets, some emergency ration food there. And then it has the same thing on the other side. And you have a 12-volt DC power adapter there, so if you need that. Now, the bottom here of the trunk, you are able to actually remove it. Just stick your hand in there. And then you have some storage in the bottom there. As you guys can see, I just have some miscellaneous things. And then on the opposite side, underneath this flap, you have your jack and whatnot. Now, what's cool about this the shelf also is that you can actually put it up a little bit higher. It has a second area there, so now you have kind of a compartment down here, and then stuff that sits up a little bit higher here. So if you want to compartmentalize it, you're able to do so. Go ahead and slide it back out and put it in there, and there it is. So that is the trunk. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut around and go on the inside and show you the inside of the vehicle. All right, guys, so I'll go ahead and show you guys the inside of the vehicle. I'll start with the back seat here, and let me go ahead and focus that. So the back seat is very spacious, as I already mentioned. It is a bench seat, which fits 3 adults very, very comfortably. I have my EDC backpack right here behind the driver's side. And as I mentioned already, the top is very spacious. You get a lot of headroom there. Like I said, 3 adults fit really easily back here. The seats do recline back and forward, so if you do want to recline the seats a little bit, make it more comfortable, you're able to do that. And they also slide back and forth also, so you can definitely adjust them to fit pretty much anybody. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the front coming in through the driver's side, and here it is. So you guys can see right off the bat, the instrument panel is really nice, especially with this white background. It gives a nice contrast. I'll go ahead and turn the car on so you can look at some of the things with the vehicle on. As you turn the car on, you're greeted with the day and date, and then you have some information that you can go ahead and put yourself. Right now I have the distance to empty, but you can have your velocity, how fast you're going, your trip information and things like that. You also get the temperature, 91 degrees, and then the date, oh, I'm sorry, the time right there, 2:33. And obviously your overall miles, 5,243. So again, it is a fairly new vehicle. You have your nice regular size steering wheel. Again, it's not going to be smaller because the vehicle is smaller, so it's going to be comfortable. And then you have your all your controls right at your fingertips there. As far as the center console, this one does have a little bit of an upgraded one. It has the bigger size touchscreen, and then you have your radio, media, navigation, and Bluetooth phone connection also. It's very easy to get to. It's not too far away where it's going to be uncomfortable if I'm driving, but again, you do have your controls on the steering wheel also. You come down, you have your air conditioner controls there, and one thing I really do like also is you have a slot for an SD card, a USB stick, or an auxiliary cord. So easier way to get your music on there. But again, if you do pair your phone, you can do that way also. Right down here in the center, you have this really oversized parking brake. Again, it's a little bit of an overkill in my opinion, but it is there. Then one of the drawbacks that I do have about this car is the center console. This one right here, it is very thin and very small. I just wish it might have been a little bit bigger to fit a little bit more right at hand, but for the most part it fits some easy to reach items right in there. And then right over here in front of the passenger side, you do have your different compartments. So you have the bottom one here. You have this one which is open, and it has a rubberized mat in there, which I really do like, especially if you want to throw your phone in there or a GPS or something to get it out of the way, and then it's really readily accessible. And then you have a third one right up here, which you can put some items in there. All the doors do have the little slits, so you can put different things in there. So I have, my go-to glasses in there, flashlight and whatnot, and then you have a little bit of a space right in here in the door to put some other items. I'll go ahead and turn the camera around so you guys can see what it looks like. So hopefully I am in frame. So as you guys can see, I do have a lot of headroom. I am sitting up nice and comfortably here. So for the most part, if you are a bigger guy, taller, bigger, whatnot, this vehicle is definitely going to fit, it's going to fit you fine. Let me see if I can pan a little bit in the back there so you guys can see the back. All right. And then one last thing that I did want to show you guys right back over here is it has this, it's kind of like a novelty feature. It's a little mirror that comes down. It's called a conversation mirror. And basically you can rotate it around and, look at people in the back. For me, it comes in very handy, especially with my boys. I can go ahead and keep an eye on them as I'm driving around and seeing what they're doing. And, when I don't need it, I can go ahead and put it back up. So this is, again, the Fiat 500L. And this is the trekking model. They have a couple different models in this particular line, and this one for the most part, it definitely spoke to me. Like I said, the color and then all the different features, the ability to be able to get better gas mileage and whatnot, park it easier and drive it a lot easier is basically what sold me. So I hope this was informative, especially for those people that did ask to see it, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.